support his family for the rest of their lives. And we've made the biggest fight in history. So 128 million people would disagree with you that it wasn't something amazing.
Crawford, his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo.
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Oh, because you're talking about Crawford. Yeah.
He's the weight classes.
He's the most composed guy. Yeah. What, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him?
No, like, I get excited. I don't know why. I get excited when I talk about Canelo like I used to get excited about Pacquiao.
Really?
You know, I used to get so excited. Like, man, I'm going to be able to fight Pacquiao.
Piers Morgan didn't just stir the pot, he lit it on fire during his sit-down with Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. Straight up, he said Canelo should be worried. Why? Because Crawford's speed is freakish, his accuracy is pinpoint, and his undefeated streak comes with knockout power that can flip a fight in seconds. Morgan wasn't selling hype, he was sounding the alarm. He warned that if Canelo underestimates Crawford's ability to dismantle game plans and land clean bombs, even that granite chin and veteran IQ might not be enough to survive.
Terence Crawford, does he have an opportunity to beat Canelo?
I think if anybody has a chance to beat Canelo, I think it's Terence Crawford. His IQ is on another level. He's a great fighter and he's strong. It's just that it's a lot of weight. I wouldn't be surprised if Terence Crawford wins. Wouldn't be surprised if Terence Crawford, when he went up against the best opposition, like Errol Spence, he showed what level he's on, what type of dog he is. I don't know. You really have to let these fights play out to see what happens. He might get hurt. That might activate him to come back strong.
Could you still make 68?
I don't want to make 68.
No, I know you don't. Terence wins 68.
Yeah, well, if that's, yeah, I can make 160.
Morgan went deep in the interview, pressing both fighters on what drives them, how they prepare, and what's going through their minds heading into this super middleweight showdown. Canelo stayed cool, leaning on his team, saying this is a true test because Crawford brings elite tools, speed, IQ, defense. Crawford gave Canelo props for his power and decorated legacy, but made it clear he's not backing down. Confident in his ability to manage distance and break opponents apart, Crawford even dropped a cold warning, "You're going to sleep." Both men know it could end with one shot.
You kill me with your band?
Okay. I'll choke you.
Look how quick you both
Wow.
Drew. Wow. You both like, yeah. like you want to right now.
You want me to lie you?
Wow.
No.
Both of you like, bang, yeah, right now.
For sure.
I mean, you could, right?
Definitely.
You could kill me with just...
Easy.
Really?
Yeah.
How would you kill me out of interest?
Just one punch.
Really?
Yeah. Because, let me tell you why. Because you don't used to getting here, so
you've no idea about my fight record.
Oh, well, I don't know.
I grew up with two brothers. Trust me.
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
I'm 60.
You're going to sleep. He said I'm 60. You're going to sleep.
I've sparred with Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, sparred.
There's a video.
We talk about bare knuckles. You're going to sleep.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at the relish you both say that.
Yeah.
Piers didn't let up, pushing hard with questions about fear, pressure, and whether Canelo's toughness could handle Crawford's slick style. He stirred the drama by saying Canelo might be the underdog. But the Mexican star didn't flinch. On the other side, Crawford played the mental game like a chess master, teasing that he's got tricks up his sleeve Canelo won't see coming. Every stare and word felt like a setup for something bigger.
Come fight time, we definitely gonna try to take each other's heads off, and the closer the fight goes, we both gonna be eager to, show who's the more dominant fighter, and our intentions is going to be pure, but at the same time, it's not going to be friendly, so I think you can be, cordial in building a fight up.
I mean, I'm impressed that you can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Professionals, we've been doing this.
No, I get it, but I also know there's a reality check.
Crawford, cool as ever, gave himself a 70% chance of winning confident, but calculated. Canelo clapped back, saying Crawford only has a 30% shot to hand, made it known that even 1% is enough for a champion like him. That sharp exchange wasn't just about numbers, it was psychological warfare. Crawford believes he's the smarter fighter. Canelo refuses to be counted out. Both know this is bigger than belts. It's about legacy, dominance, and who owns the throne in boxing's most competitive era.
Can deteriorate, in camp. But, a win against Canelo Alvarez, what it would do to my career would put me, on Mount Rushmore.
Yes.
I think I would be one of the greatest fighters ever. I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not
Kovalev was older. He does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you named is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is not there.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo?
It's a tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching him, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
Crawford didn't dodge the size debate either. He said flat out size doesn't win fights. Both stand 5'8", but Crawford has the longer reach. He admitted Canelo's thicker and heavier, but not the bigger man. Same height, longer arms. He made the case it's not about frame, it's about where they've been. Crawford started at lightweight, while Canelo's gone up to light heavyweight. That gap in weight history, not frame, is the only real difference.
Canelo fight, realistically left your mind once he said he's not interested, or you're still pursuing it?
Not at all. I think business talk. With the right business come across the table, it happened. I just be talking, man. Canelo a big dude, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like, he's 5'8", I'm 5'8", you know what I mean? My arm's longer than his, so that fight would be good.
How's Crawford, his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah. His weight classes.
He's the most composed guy. Yeah. What, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him? No. He's already moved up 3 weight classes. So now you're talking 6. If you add on 3. Crawford has the ability to slow things down in the ring that very few people have. And to see things that nobody else can see because he slows it down. Yeah, he's got great power. He carried it up. Yeah, he's got good hand speed. Yeah, he's got all that. He's got good technique. His coaches do a tremendous job with him. But the timing is impeccable. It's better than anyone else's. Why? Because of this. When a guy has that ingredient, and very, very few have, I can't count him out in anything.
Juan Manuel Marquez didn't hold back. He threw ice on all the Crawford hype. Jumping to divisions, he called it a massive gamble. Marquez pointed to Crawford's past fight at 150 pounds against Israel Madmov, saying Crawford looked drained. Of speed and pop, I hate the fight. He looked slow and soft. Marquez said flatly. He's not sold that adding pounds means adding real danger. His warning cuts deep. There's a reason boxing has weight classes, and chasing glory can turn into chasing ghosts.
Fought Floyd Mayweather at what? You're 23?
23.
That's so young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him because, if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience, he's so smart. He have everything in a fighter, a complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
Do you think that was the toughest fight you faced?
No.
What do you think?
I think he's tough fights and difficult fights. That was a difficult fight.
Canelo is beating these guys with all 5 layers of defense. Number 1, feet. Number 2, elbows, hands, shoulders, and the mind. This is exactly how both of those guys got to the highest level of boxing supremacy. Canelo Alvarez means to the Mexican fans what Floyd Money Mayweather meant for black people. 50 wins in boxing, no losses, no draws. And follow for more.
Juan Manuel Marquez didn't hold back. He threw ice on all the Crawford hype. Jumping to divisions, he called it a massive gamble. Marquez pointed to Crawford's past fight at 150 pounds against Israel Madmov, saying Crawford looked drained. Of speed and pop, I hate the fight. He looked slow and soft. Marquez said flatly. He's not sold that adding pounds means adding real danger. His warning cuts deep. There's a reason boxing has weight classes, and chasing glory can turn into chasing ghosts.
I don't like the fight because Terence Crawford is a good fighter, but in the sport of boxing, we have has division. You know what I mean? You know?
Right, weight classes.
You know what?
Right.
Yeah, weight classes
for a reason.
Weight classes for yeah. And Terence Crawford is a good fighter in super lightweight, welterweight, super welterweight, but I think more. I remember when Terence Crawford fought with Madrimo.
Yes.
He looks slow. He looks with no power, and three more divisions. Two more divisions. I think it's a tough fight for Terence Crawford, but Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He has a great defense. He has a good combination punches, but I think the weight class is no good for him.
All right, we have to talk about this. Terence Crawford just tweeted, Canelo versus Crawford is definitely by far the biggest fight in boxing. This guy is not playing around. All right. Crawford, pound for pound, number one. Canelo, biggest star in boxing still at the moment. Anywhere. I'm not talking about just in the US, Mexico, the UK, everywhere. Canelo is now open. At first it was, hey, I can't go down to 160. I can't do a catch weight of 160. If he wants to fight me, it's gonna be at 168. Plus, I'm not gonna get any credit if I beat a Terence Crawford. It would be like Terence Crawford fighting Tank, moving 2 weight classes up, and I'm not gonna get credit for that. Terence Crawford is a special fighter. He is like a Floyd and a Manny that can move up to weight classes, carry his power, can beat up bigger guys.
Terence Crawford brought the smoke in New York. Ken Canelo got burned. During a fiery press conference, Canelo asked for a smaller ring, and Crawford clapped back, saying the only thing running would be him circling Canelo's giant head. Then came the hammer. I'm hunting everything he's got and planning to take it. It wasn't just trash talk. Crawford looked locked in, mentally and physically. He's not just aiming to win, he's coming to dominate. Meanwhile, Canelo's still dangerous. 63 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 knockouts. Titles in 4 weight classes. He made history by stopping Caleb Plant in 2021 to unify at 168. But the fire's faded. He's not hunting knockouts like he used to, throwing just 30 punches around and racking up 6 straight decisions. That's not the old Canelo. The strength is still there, but the urgency isn't. At 34, he's battle-worn. Younger fighters are hungrier, and Canelo's motor isn't what it once was. Even with his sharp skills, the miles show, yet he remains a threat. His May 2025 decision over William Skull proves he's still elite, but even legends slow down. And when someone like Bill Haney, who's seen greatness come and go, publicly throws his full weight behind Crawford, it sends a message. Crawford's not just a challenger, he's a real problem.
My good friend, my brother, Terence Crawford, wants to fight Canelo.
Yeah.
Just from your expert opinion, knowing how Canelo fights, what he's like in the ring. I know you haven't been in the ring with Terence, but what do you think of that fight?
I truly believe, that, anything can happen in boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that, his weight.
Yeah.
And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody and probably do way better, you know what I'm saying? But, Crawford is a legend, bro.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can't count him out, you know what I'm saying?
Edgar Berlanga tossed his thoughts into the fire and gave Crawford his flowers. He called him a living legend already, saying anything's possible in boxing. Berlanga, respected for his smarts and timing, admitted Canelo's biggest edge is size. He's the naturally heavier man. That alone could change the fight. But when it comes to clean fundamentals, Berlanga leaned Crawford. From footwork to ring IQ, from timing to tactics, he believes Crawford edges Canelo in all of it. Berlanga's breakdown cut to the truth. The bigger man doesn't always win. The smarter one usually does.
We talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. So let's not do that, Canelo.
Canelo got cheeky, calling the Crawford fight easy money, and teased a payday around $150 million. That eye-watering figure shows how massive this clash is for both stars. It's not just about belts, it's about bags. Crawford fired right back, saying people think he'll slow down by bulking up, but he reminded everyone Canelo moved up and got beat, while he moved up and kept winning. Crawford's confidence hasn't wavered. He sees this as his moment to prove doubters wrong. Roy Jones Jr. stepped in with a sharp breakdown. He said this fight is tighter than people realize. If Canelo fights smart, sticks to his plan, he should win. But if he slips even once, Crawford could turn the whole thing around. Jones sees it as Canelo's fight to lose, but warns that one mistake could flip the script. He also urged Crawford to use every pound he's gained to hit harder, take more shots, and truly test Canelo's grit.
But in September, that's obviously a massive weight discrepancy. What do you think of that fight and then the weight discrepancy between it?
Well, the weight won't be the factor. The factor will be how Canelo chooses to make the fight. Yeah. If Canelo comes out there what Canelo should do, Canelo wins the fight. Yeah. If Canelo comes out and does what he shouldn't do, Crawford wins the fight. Yeah.
Well, with Crawford, what are Crawford's keys to victory when you are fighting someone like Canelo, who, albeit maybe not in height, but in stature, is a much bigger man than him?
Control the center of the ring.
Yeah.
If Crawford is allowed to control the center, he'll win.
Another last one from myself. Dimitri Bivol, Artur Beterbiev rematch. How do you see that one going?
Yeah, I'm prepared. I think it's going to be another great fight, another epic fight. I'm thinking Artur going to be more Artur this time, which it could be good for him or it could be bad for him, because when you go for the kill on Bivol, it gives Bivol a chance to hit those counter.
Yeah.
But when you don't go for the kill on him, you give him a chance to edge the fight out like I thought he did the first time.
So who you rockin'? With Canelo's cold, calculated power or Crawford's slick, chess master precision? This one's a true 50-50th. Let us know your pick in the comments below.